but I didn't feel like recording this real quick, so I'm just gonna hold this a second, and I didn't think to cut the mic on. I hope it doesn't sound crazy. Hold on, I could try to put the mic on, but I don't even know if it would connect if the Bluetooth is on. The stream. Okay. Maybe we got the stream back. Okay, I just want to share a little bit of information. Hello, Indiana Auditor. Can you guys hear me? This guy here, yeah. After I was just did a live, y'all can't hear me, right? Let me know if you can hear me, okay. After I just did this live, this guy, he is a joke and a half. This is the Rivera Beach City Council meeting. Give me, okay. Thank you, Claiborne. And this guy here, he's something else. I have some videos on him in the past, but regardless, I want y'all to listen to him. At first, what he's jumbling about, I'm not quite sure, but then he's going to go into per diem. And this guy, in one of his past videos, after he assaulted a coworker, he said this city council job, this $19,000 a year city council job, I don't give a fuck about it. And I have all this on body cam, and yeah, I'll try to link it later. If not, we'll do it live later. But I want y'all to just listen to him for a few minutes. I want y'all to hear him complain about per diem and about a motel room. Yeah, I know motel rooms are $150 a night, because guess what? When I travel out of town, I have to pay that sometimes. Sometimes I can get them for 100. It depends on what time of year it is. Sometimes they're more, because we have what's called season down here, because, we get a lot of snowbirds. But let's just listen to him talk. Okay, at first he's just going to be gibbering about some shit. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And then he's going to go right into how they need a bunch more money for per diem. Okay? Let me know if you guys can hear okay.
About having a uniform procedure when it comes to ordinance and resolutions, and I think we've started seeing that.
Ordinances.
I know for Mr. Sermon's item, it's a little bit tough to do because he has all kind of charts and graphs and that sort of thing, so it's not easily put together, but I think it really helps. And, it would have been a little bit easier if we were able to point to specifically what line, but he, development services.
Remember, this guy's not real smart, so when he's talking about this guy doing the lines and a chart and stuff, it probably wasn't that hard to understand. He's not real smart. And the only reason I think he's even congratulating this guy or saying whatever this guy said was important, hey, snap face, because it's that damn Rivera Beach and their city council. This is the same guy that got down there and recited the First Amendment and said when he sat behind that podium, he had the First Amendment. Wasn't going to nobody take his First Amendment right away. No, sir, you do not have the First Amendment when you're sitting up there. But that ain't what he's doing right now. Tonight, he's fixing to go in. He's talking about gibberish about ordinances. And then he's going to go, I don't know what ordinances he's talking about. And then he's going to talk about how they need more money. And this is the same one that was fighting that time and said he didn't give a fuck about that $19,000 a year. Okay, so let's hear Mr. Tradwick talk. I'm sorry, he gets me pumped up every time. Yeah, he's behind glass because they still scared of that. What can be a very horrible illness.
Ordinances take on, their own pattern, but thank you for that.
Volume okay, guys?
It really does help in terms of getting this together. I just want to make sure that we're spending more time in making sure that these items are right, RIPE, before they come to city council, with sufficient backup and those kind of things. So thank you so much for that, because I see, it's certainly noticeable that we're trying to make strides to make this a more efficient process. To that point, right, I so happened to...
He does live there.
...get a pair of pants ripped when I was in your department yesterday. And
he's complaining about his pants
one of
your
staff members told me I had no business looking what was on the shelf. But one of the things I came across was the item relative to travel. And I'm looking at some things in this travel budget that doesn't even align with where we are. Like, for instance, per diem. If you chose to travel on city's business, per
if you chose. Do you have a choice? If you got a choice, why are you choosing to do it? Okay.
PM is set at $150 a day. I don't think you're going to walk into a lobby of any hotel in all the United States for $150. So if I opted not to use the city card, and I chose to be reimbursed, literally, that's not even comparable. That was last revisited in 2013. And the point that I'm making is I would like to see, not just from the terms of the travel policy being updated, because that's way behind. And members, I know this may not seem like it's very important, but when I've literally traveled on city business, the $60 that we get absolutely goes nowhere in terms of when you go to a conference. When we went down to Hollywood, I'm not kidding you, one breakfast was $40. Our per diem allowance for breakfast is like $12, if that much. It might have been $6 or something, but I'm just like, it just doesn't
Can y'all
work.
hear this
and
man?
It's costing me to do city's business. And I don't think that that's the way it was set up and intended. And partly because some of these items haven't been revisited in over 10 years.
Do you know how much money it costs
Certainly, I would like to
me and other activists to ride all up and down the fucking state and other states and all around the country and from town to town and all of that shit. And he's gonna complain. And he has I have videos of him talking about how he's got all these jobs and and how how he's got money and him playing loud rap music in the back saying, "Come work for me. I got tons of jobs for you guys." I don't know what kind of business he has. And this is the same fool that thinks it's free speech, and he's sitting there whining about a fucking breakfast for less than $60. Bitch, if you can't eat for less than $60 breakfast, even at today's and this day and age, you got a problem. Then you should take you a fucking bag lunch. There's people that are hungry out there. You sorry piece of shit. I'm sorry. These people make me so mad. Fire Tabitha Smith, please.
That coupled with the fact, and I wanted to offer this up as a motion, that we also review the car allowance as well as the salaries, and ask
what else
our
does he
manager
want?
to bring back us some comparables, because clearly
Insurance
insurance rates are through the roof. I just got a renewal, and literally I'm probably $1,500 more for the 6 months than I did before, and it's just like I want to make sure that we're not being placed at a disadvantage for already doing a public service that we are here for. So, Madam Chair, I would like to also offer up those items such as travel, car allowance, and salaries, that the manager bring us something back comparable.
You call yourself a public servant?
Because, over the years, we've done adjustments almost every year for COLA and other items. So I would like to see that we have the manager direct him to bring us something back. That's a motion, Madam Chair.
Is there a second? Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, any questions or comments? Madam Clerk?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So you're just asking the manager to examine this issue
That's
and bring back some suggestions. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk?
Councilperson Lawson. Councilperson Botel.
Yes.
Councilperson McCoy.
Yes.
Chair Pro Tem Lanier.
Yes.
Chair Miller Anderson.
No.
One person with some
You said no?
sense.
No.
That vote fails.
No, it passed.
How is that? You had 3-1.
Did Mr. Lawson vote?
No, is he here? No, he's not here. It was 3-1.
Must have Sarge.
I'm sorry, Madam Chair, that vote passes.
All right. All right, that's the end of your comments, Mr. McCoy?
Thank you, Madam Chair. That's it.
All right.
I don't
Ms.
think that was on the
Chairperson?
item. I mean, what about public comments? Did that look like that was on the agenda to you guys? Or like he just brought that out his fucking hat, out his ass? And look, most of the few public that was there, it looks like they done left. If you notice when he was if you were here in the very beginning, at the end of his last little shit he was talking, most people cleared out of there, and he was just talking about $60 for breakfast wasn't enough already. I think is what he said, wasn't it? Hey Sam, these people make me so mad. They're so greedy. This is the same city. They didn't care about the year and a half of my life. They didn't care about the money it took for me to have a lawyer all that time. And he's worried about his motel and his and hey Brooklyn Miss and his hotel room and his motel and and I remember when me and Lady Justice and Sam, we went to Titusville for one night only in a hotel. That trip cost us, between the three of us, $435. We split it between the three of us, and that was with us, you know, doing it as cheaply as we possibly could. Hey, JC News now. This shit makes me mad. Hey, X-Havoc. You know, he already makes it. It was $19,000 a year. It's probably more now. Look at all the benefits he wants. Does he want free gas, free laundry?
Yes, on Friday and Saturday,
Only
February
one of them
24th
try not
and
to pass
25th,
it.
the Florida Mission of Mercy, in conjunction with the Florida Dental Association, they have one of these events every year, but in different locations in Florida, and it is free dental care. They have all of the dentists from across the state to converge in one place. It'll be at the South Florida Fairgrounds. I've been working with this
Oh, I
Mission
need
of
to go
Mercy to
there.
be able
I need
to
help. Bad.
escort City of Rivera Beach residents. They will have treatments such as cleanings, fillings, extractions, limited root canals, pediatric dentistry, dentures, partials, and all free. And they're going to be there on that Friday and Saturday from 7 to 7. If you want more information about it, if you want to attend it, and of course, everyone knows how expensive dentists and dental work is.
I do
You
know.
can call 561-845-3687. And that is for the free dental care for the City of Rivera Beach. Also, too, I think Mr. Evans made a comment in regards to one of the residents' issue
Probably wouldn't help me
regarding
because
the
I live in another
marina.
city.
And he said that a lot of other cities do this type of deal, but that is not true. No city gives up 80% of their TIF for 15 years. That's never happened. So that was not true. And then also too, I want to make sure that the chair ensures civility by council members. And, you know, Mr. McCoy should have been checked, saying that somebody was my husband out loud. And that is just not supposed to be decorum and civility and
I
how we're
was just
supposed
say,
to do
where's the
business.
decorum?
By the way, he is not.
All right, I don't have any. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I do.
Oh, I thought Addison?
No, didn't ask me. So.
I did? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. I just, a couple of quick things.
This
I wanted
drunk
to thank Walter
motel.
Stevens for a wonderful concert last night. Was it last night only? Yes. It was amazing. The
Alleged
music was
racist.
amazing. He's a great DJ, but the band is
Alleged
really
drunk
good.
driving on camera. I can show you
Bands are
body
always good.
cams.
Thank
I
you,
already
Walter.
have.
The next one is March 16th.
And
from
still
7
in a
to 9
bank of
p.m.
money, they claim.
It's free. Come on over and here's what? 30,
This is all
30th.
legend,
Oh, crap,
but
I'm
there's
not here.
camera on it.
March
There's
30th.
footage.
I thought they were the third Thursday. March 30th.
I'm sorry, guys.
7 to 9.
I'm talking all over it, but man, this shit's true, man. This, out of all the cities I've seen, you know, okay, Port Florida and Charlotte County, they know what they're doing. They know they're doing some evil ass shit. These people here, they're just, not only are they're just a bunch of greedy ass evil idiots that are really messing up so bad. If anybody would just help me pay half of doing better, if I just had more time and I just had some people that would help me pay half attention. I know some people that would help me with it now, and there was other people that try to do it, but the time they try to do it, I wasn't ready. It's just getting everybody ready at the same moment. This city needs help, bad. This woman here, allegedly, but I had the body cams. I can show you, not tonight. I can try to get all this shit together. She was driving. She looked drunk to me. She was pulling away, going the wrong way, going through like police, like they were directing traffic. She She had a box of money, allegedly, or it looked like. I don't know. People said she stole that money. I don't fucking know if she did or didn't. You'd have to look at yourself. Still this. She had I shared an article. Her name's Botel. I shared an article a couple months ago where she had a nonprofit where she was supposed to help children get gifts and stuff if they were doing if they were disadvantaged and they were helping out in their community or something. And she was using her job, which is 1600. I think was her Blue Heron Boulevard, which is the police department, the city council's address. It's against the law for her to be using that, and she has been sanctioned by, I think it's the FBI or somebody. I'm not sure. I'd have to look for the article. It's on my channel though. So these people, it's just, the only one on here that might be halfway decent, and I don't know much about her to say, is the one that tried to say no about voting all this shit, and that's the chairwoman. When she got picked as chair, not the one that was just crying, but his little buddy Evans, that it's up to him now. He's the last person left to fire Tabitha Smith, the one that had me arrested, that's now on dispatch, that ran the 2 teens in the water at the VA that are now dead, that's still not fired. Well, hey, Ozzy John. Well, that cop is up to this guy named Evans, who's the city manager. He's the last string to fire her. The chief for IA, I can't remember if both of them didn't want to fire her or just one. But that city is just a mess, man. I could go on and on and on and on, and I could say all this stuff's alleged, but I can also tell you it's all on camera. I've showed footage after footage of this, the one that was just speaking, the one that thinks he has the First Amendment, which he wasn't speaking about it right this second, but he has in the past. Sorry, I'm just going to sit you there for a minute. He's just something else. And all these people are, and it's really frustrating that there's a city that's that out of control. And you know, it's one thing when you get people like Charlotte County, because yeah, they're idiots because they're breaking the law. I've got my hand on the camera. Don't worry about the black screen. We're gonna walk outside for a minute because I want to speak to y'all for a minute. Okay, so just bear with me, please. This is gonna be no professional production. This guy makes me so mad. This city council makes me so mad every time I see it because it's just idiotic. And the games they play, the stupid shit they play. Tonight they went and fussed and acted too much like children, but I've seen them act like children, you know. And there's videos of him pulling out in front of other city council members. You like when I push your face in the couch. Don't lie, A9. You like that last weekend. I was just playing. I'm just joking. My mic sound okay out here, guys? I hope so. Anyway, so this guy, he's just complaining, and it just makes me so mad when people sit there and tell us about the money we make, and I think about all the money that I've spent, which I mean, it's not tons and tons. Well, the lawyer would be, but thank God somebody blessed me and helped me pay for that. But what if they hadn't? What is my PayPal and Cash App? My mods could help me with that, please. My Cash App is $AmyKohn. So it's $AmyKohn. And if one of my mods could drop my PayPal link, I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm not asking for money. It makes me mad that this guy could possibly be. First of all, I would probably be dumb enough to go up there and do that job for free. Now, I wouldn't want him to pay for my travel because I can't afford to travel like that all the time. But, you know, he was complaining about the $19,000 when he got in that fight with that man. He said they can keep their effing $19,000. And that was last year before he ran again. He probably makes more money this year. And then he wants more than $60 for breakfast and more than $150 for a room. I know the rooms are expensive around here. And then he said if you choose to travel. And then he said if he didn't want to put on his business card, he wants to be compensated. So I guess he says he should just be able to go over per diem. I mean, I don't get it. or he thinks he should be able to. And I know this guy. He thinks, if you look at his video, he thinks he's all that. He thinks he should be fancy. He's like I said, there's this video where he's playing loud music, and he's talking about money, and he's playing. It seems like he's playing "Get Money," which is a good song. But what I'm saying is, you would just have to see him. He acts like a fucking gang member, like a thug on the street. He pulls up to these people's house. He's out there with this loud music, and he's telling people, "You want a job? Come holler at me. You want a job?" So obviously he must own some kind of business or something. I'm hoping it's a legal business. I'm assuming. It never occurred to me that it might not be. But and then he's like, he was talking about people, he was talking about political signs and shit. It was just crazy. Oh, thank you. You don't have to send me money. I appreciate it, though. I need it. It's appreciated, but that's not what I'm talking about. It just makes me mad that somebody, and then he wants to talk about how he's doing such a service to the community. And this ain't the first time I see him out there bitching about money. And right before that, he was talking about settling some kind of case. I'm not sure what it was, which might have made sense. He wanted to sell it for $60,000 because it was cheaper than going, because if not, their insurance was fixing to drop them. I don't know what it was about. I shared the whole meeting, I think, on my community page. And I really need to go file a complaint against Tabitha Smith because she needs to be fired. And I shared a video not long ago. It's called Rivera Beach, or One Rivera Beach Fire Tabitha Smith. And it said who else had the choice. And I know Evans, it said, had the final choice. But then there's pictures with him with his arm right around her. So, and she has a bad driver record even before there was the incident of the high-speed chase. These two kids died because they didn't have their headlights on. And hey, Ozzy John, it's hot there, baby. It's better than being cold, in my humble opinion. Anyway, so yeah, that's just crazy. So yeah, if you get a chance, you might make a comment on there too. I've been commenting on there, fire Tabitha Smith. And he also needs to know he don't have the First Amendment. Not when he's on that podium. No. And tonight he didn't get up there and record it, but I do have a video I did about 6 or 7 months ago when I was up at my mama's. I haven't seen it yet. I seen where you put it out. Where you put it out. I haven't went to the link yet though. I'm sorry. Oh man. Hey, Sam Report. I finally made it to service Sunday night. I missed a little bit of it because my mom called, but other than that, I was there. And my husband is doing better, and I appreciate all your guys' prayers. And now I need you guys to pray for me because my surgery's coming up on the 1st. But mine's just day surgery, so it shouldn't be that bad. Hopefully not. Alright, well, I'm going to let y'all go. I want to thank y'all all for being here. Every time I see them, it just upsets me because they don't know nothing about what they're doing. And not only that, this one, he's such a narcissist. It would be bad enough if he was sitting up there, a Karen waiver, I like that. If he was sitting up there talking some real legal stuff, but he's not. And a lot of the people in that city like him because he talks a lot of crap. But it's nothing but that crap. If he was up there talking good legal points, great. But anybody go up there and run their shit. But you gotta talk about something with some substance to it. You know? Alright, good night, guys. American Amy. Hit that like button. I love you guys. And thanks for joining me once again. I'm out of here. Good night. Bye, Sam. Oh, Blue Lives Matter. Hey, baby. Good night.